Poor Gaetano. Imagine spending your whole life getting told sorry, your princess is in another castle, only for two to show up at once and shoot you in the head.
I walk through the shadow of death left to fear. This is a journey through the halls of hell.
Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Fargo series. This is episode 7 of season 4 and it is called Layaway. Last episode, Nurse Mayflower has got the doctors at the new hospital she works at on her side and she has once again started to kill patients, so you know, that's great. The daughter, who I'm desperate to get the name of by the way, but they haven't mentioned it I swear in the last few episodes, but the daughter actually got to blow out the candles on her birthday cake, which was nice to see, you know, other than the ghost slash zombie over her shoulder we saw while she was doing it. They better explain at least a little bit more as to what the fuck is going on with that, by the way. I need to know. And Chris Rock's gang certainly got revenge for the death of his consigliere last episode. The two lady outlaws managed to storm Gaetano's little base and shoot him in the head and get him as a hostage. Incredible they were able to do that, and not because they're women, just because they were two individuals going into a gang hideout. And yeah, they're ballsy, but they're not like firearm experts or anything like that. And then we got that scene of Gaetano chained to the chair at Chris Rock's place getting boxed up by trained boxers, which was great to see. I think it'll be a terrible move though if they do use Gaetano as some sort of trade for Chris Rock's son. I know he wants his son, but Gaetano's a dangerous man to be passing back over to your enemies. And that last scene was so messed up, that guy just taking Chris Rock's son out to the countryside to kill him. Thank God Irish was following him, and even though yes, the guy did admittedly have second thoughts just before he pulled the trigger, he still deserved to die for going through with the order up to that point in my eyes, so thank God Irish was there to sort of save the day. And also just solidifying that his bond with Chris Rock's son in this messed up environment where what does family really mean if they're using them as pawns that are there for trading in the first place. And these two guys who were both used as pawns in their respective days have struck up such a brotherly or father-son bond, and it's the nicest friendship in this entire season. What's going to be crazily conflicted is if the son does go back to Chris Rock's gang, he's not going to want anything bad to happen to Irish. That dude saved his life. That dude looked out for him every day when nobody else cared about him. So I really hope that that's not what happens. You know, they get the son back, but then they kill some of the mafia, including Irish, because that'd just break the son's heart again. And just like the daughter of the funeral home family, that son has had such a rough time of it, you know, hour to hour in screen time this season, that I just want him to have the best ending possible, and to see him sitting there gutted that the one guy that looked out for him is dead would be a horrible way for it to end, so I'm hoping that's not the road they take. But yeah, without further ado, this is episode 7 of season 4 of Fargo, Layaway. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. I mean, she could be cooking, cutting the head off a dead body, masturbating. Nurse Mayflower is the true wild card of this season.
Not so, it turns out. Italian in origin. Born like all divinities from the monastery.
Yeah, she knew she had to come in with biscuits after killing that dude. Oh, which one's got the poison? Damn, it's even worse she's a good cook. That's what makes her poisoning skills so efficient. I'm joking just now, but do you think she actually would have the nerve to try and poison this guy? Surely that would be one step too far. Has she actually just fucking poisoned him then and there? I can't fucking believe she's done it for real. I can't fucking believe she has just killed him like that. This is surely way too obvious. Well, at least the girl didn't leave her name, thank God. Wow, this woman is actually the devil. Fucking hell, this is horrible shit to watch. Is she getting into the mood to be shocked? Oh my God, this fucking woman.
Dr. Harvard.
Dr. Harvard!
This fucking woman.
Dr. Harvard!
This is the most uncomfortable shit to watch. I don't know if anybody else felt the same, but fucking hell, I could watch 1,000,000 people get shot in the head before one of those scenes.
You killed Mario, took your sister. È un traditore. Magari proprio adesso sta correndo dai Morognani.
I don't think that constitutes calling Irish a rat shooting a child murderer in the back. Surely that can never constitute you being a rat.
What are you doing to do it with him?
Leave him for the birds.
That's how much they have the police in their back pocket. They don't even care to cover up dead bodies. Obviously, they weren't responsible for that one, but it certainly would bring the heat down on everyone.
Mister, I see myself as managerial. We kill a brother, then what?
We go to war.
Well, how many men?
This guy's actually correct just now because the Mafia have just declared war. So while last episode Chris Rock seemed to be many pieces ahead on the chessboard, as I said multiple times, this episode he's instantly one step behind again because they've declared war and he's still trying to keep the peace. There's no time for that now. They're coming to kill you, mate.
Say his name again! Paul, say his name again!
Oh yeah, where was that at the fucking... Never mind. Holy fuck, Gaetano looks like he's been there a while now. Starting to feel sorry for this dude. I mean, for a guy that's obviously not good at hiding his emotions because of his tics, it looks like some serious shit's gonna go down here. I have never seen him more ticky.
Ye fair ones, how could ye have departed from the ways of the Lord?
It's about time someone asked that question, Timothy. Thanks for bringing that one up there. About time someone asked that. What the fuck is wrong with you?
A birdie told me he owned some Metro cops, but you know all that. Yeah, sure, I heard of him.
As much as there's parts of Timothy Oliphant's character that I despise, obviously, this season, he puts so much pressure and stress onto this guy just with a few sentences.
Said you fill your pockets just like the rest of them and fly your crooked line. Is that true? What'd you say to me? No, that's my trick.
It's true, it's true. He's the one that does the how's that, so don't steal his thing.
If I knew where your moment God was, I'd drive through the night and I'd stab him in the fucking eyes.
That is a man who has had enough.
Careful how many sides you play, Palomino. Even a gold coin's only got two faces.
And yeah, it's really not thinking about the subtleties of life, but it's still an interesting character who sees things in such black and white. Unfortunately, sometimes literally.
Can I help you?
Good afternoon.
No way. Please don't shoot anybody here.
Get out of here.
Answer the question.
Why is he coming here? These guys don't have nothing to do with this.
You ever go to the zoo?
Sometime.
It's an interesting question.
You think she's in that cage for her protection?
Oh shit! Uno reverso, cheek burn face.
Be careful with that.
But you have to give him credit, he's an absolutely fearless man, this guy. He wasn't bullshitting at all with his orphan in a box story, but adversely, she was not bullshitting whatsoever with her mother lion story, so they both respected one another's little stories and went their separate ways. A happy ending for all. But it's an interesting metaphor to use actually, because in lion society, it's kind of the dudes that guard the cubs, and the lionesses or huntresses going out getting the food, so their society's slightly different.
A few more.
I don't understand this scene. Are they now using the funeral parlour as a place to stock contraband? You're fucking joking me. What is going on with this shit? This guy is lifting the coffin lid. He is a zombie. They better not just tease us with little things like that all season and it just lead to nothing.
Anybody home?
Come on, man. You gonna help me or what?
The zombie must be racist. That was clever. Marco Polo echoing as this guy is searching the room for something. Good use of sound design there. Oh shit. If that is where they are, and that's the one thing he's found in here, I will be so pissed off.
Get out of my chair. No. Up.
I like the top shot, by the way. The Don's looking a lot more like a Don now. He still talks like a hipster, but if he just kept his mouth shut and his head down with his hat on like that, it would have worked out for him.
If we're not out in 30 minutes, come in shooting.
I thought he had declared outright war. Why is he now coming into a place where he could easily be taken out?
Gaetano Fadda is the son of Donatello Fadda, chosen by New York. His death is not allowed.
Someone can't be protected outright like that and just do whatever they want. There has to be a line in the sand.
In exchange for the return of Gaetano Fadda, we will give you full control of the slaughterhouses and the trucking routes to Cleveland and Dallas.
That seems like quite a fair offer.
Maybe I kill you too.
Go on, maybe you kill us too.
Wow, was not expecting the Don to be completely fearless like this. Fair play. There's a lot of fearless characters this season. It makes for some good conflicts.
Again, being honest, New York doesn't really know you've got him.
He's sabotaging this exchange, isn't he? He doesn't want Gaetano back under any circumstances.
This other guy did something. He killed your son. He knew we were going to make a trade for Gaetano.
This is a horrible manipulative tactic he's using right now.
Kill Gaetano instead. A life for a life.
He's a sneaky shit. Even this consigliere is like, what the fuck are you doing? I wish they'd have just opened fire on this little prick. I can't believe they let him out of there alive.
We love you, and you're coming home.
When?
I just hope that his little tactic doesn't work and they don't instantly go and kill Gaetano and get massacred by New York or something. Why are they framing this like oh my god, he's not gonna kill the kid, is he? You've got to be shitting me. Oh, thank God. Thank fuck. Just shows you though how evil a place his mind is in right now in thoughts of revenge just due to the loss of his son, who isn't even dead of course, but he doesn't know that. Oh, fuck, I was about to say, just don't tell them tonight, you might find out he's alive tomorrow. This is becoming a really dark episode, scene for scene. Like, just starting off with that horrible Mayflower scene, and then the potential threat of a kid getting killed, and people finding out their kids are dead. Fucking hell, Fargo. Did you stub your toe on a table leg this morning, Noah Hawley?
In my bed.
He's got to sleep somewhere. You studying your lessons?
That's such a shame, the difference in how they were treated. You know, Chris Rock's crew letting him even sleep in his own son's bed to make him feel at home, whereas the Mafia up in the attic. Oh fuck, someone took his idea for the credit card. Ah, that was gonna be the thing that would have made him a bazillionaire. This episode hasn't had a single uplifting scene so far. Is he leaving? Has he just decided it's his time to get the hell out of here? I mean, it's not the worst decision. Even if he's just relocating to a different place in the same city, he's being watched by Timothy Oliphant so much right now, he must feel like a change.
I don't get in your car. You get in mine.
Cool with me.
What?
What a great comeback. And was that the reason why he was leaving so quickly? Did he anticipate that Chris Rock was going to send people over for him?
No, I'm saying you're like an onion girl because you got layers. Oh.
Shout out to the Shrek dialogue there.
Yes. Do we make you nervous, copper?
These two are the best.
How old are you?
Old as the hills. Agayale, duayay.
Is that like 30, 40? Rivers are a lot younger than I thought they were.
Y'all got friendly faces. You'll do just fine.
What if we want to stay and mix it up a little?
Oh, the wild card's hoping to wild card. If that's the last time we see them, that's a good ending for them. They deserve to get out of there and just chill somewhere happily.
If I get in the dirt like them, that means they were right the whole time.
So true. And imagine how hard it is to still be above, you know, just retaliating in the same way. I respect him so much right now for not killing the Italian son.
In America, people want to believe. They got that dream. And a dreamer, you can fleece.
Very true, very true. People fleece dreamers all the time in America. I'm looking at the faith healers, I'm looking at the televangelists, I'm looking back to the late 19th century with things like people selling literal snake oil, you know, the medicine guys going around. Some of them dudes were full of shit. But then I'm sure you got charlatans like that in every nation. I guess just because it was a new location for immigration at the time, it just brought the best and the worst of people, because you would get people going there to start new lives, but also people going there to think, nice, I'm going to hustle the fuck out of this place. Again, the detective could have easily have not walked out of that scene. Chris Rock is showing so much resolve just now. Nice, I feel like everybody should have one The Mountain from Game of Thrones kill.
Your brother gave me the stockyards, the trucking, equal partners. If I kill you.
This is going to be a pivotal scene. As much as I hate Gaetano, I hope Chris Rock is wise to this being a trick.
Let him go.
What?
Yes. Thank God. He knows that this guy is far more dangerous to the Mafia alive than dead. He will cause so much internal conflict, it will be amazing. But also, I hope Gaetano doesn't just go, right, I'm gonna fucking destroy all those guys that had me chained up and captive for a few days, because he could easily just do that as well. But this might be a genius move. Just giving Gaetano that little bit of information that his brother promised him, all of that stuff, if he killed him, Gaetano will be like, what? Okay, and that was episode 7 of season 4 of Fargo, Layaway, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, Layaway, what did I think of that? Man, this whole episode was actually quite depressing. It was very well written, but it was a series of miserable events from the very first scene onwards. First we got Nurse Mayflower, and she brought those macaroons into the head hospital guy's office. And I literally, at the time, thought the show was trying to fake me out, and I was like, there's no way she's gonna kill this guy. Nope, she actually just straight up murdered that guy just to get that letter in her hands and try and get more of a clue as to who it was that had written to it. Which, needless to say, absolutely terrifies me thinking about the daughter's safety, because Nurse Mayflower seems to be on the case with this shit, like she's going to find out who sent that letter. So the game of cat and mouse continues, but how she is going to get away with this one, I mean, I have no idea. Surely they'd be able to test his stomach and find a single macaroon full of poison and do the math, no? Is this woman just going to be able to operate with impunity the entire season? This is infuriating. And then them telling Chris Rock his son is dead. First of all, just absolutely brutal to see everybody's reactions to that, but the balls on the Mafia Don to do that when, look at this for example, Irish could have just drove to Chris Rock and dropped his son off to him, so straight away exposing that the Don was full of shit. But the offer in and of itself, when you think about it, was so suspicious. I mean, Chris Rock had been arguing for the butcher shops for a long time with the old Don, and they were not only offering him that, but way more just if he killed Gaetano. That would surely set off alarm bells in all of our heads. We'd be like, what? You want us to kill your brother and you're gonna give us all this stuff? Wow, you must hate your brother. If anything, anything, the only thing that let me down about the later scene when they released him was, I would have sat and talked to him about that for like 2 hours, because Gaetano's the type of person you could really needle and fuel, you know, and I think that if you sat with him for 2 hours and put that thought into his head a little bit, he would be ready to take out his 2 revolvers and go back to the Mafia headquarters and put all 12 bullets in his brother's head. I mean, I'd even have taken it a step further than that. I'd have started making shit up. I would have sat with him until he was furious with the treachery his brother had just displayed. I would have taken it a step further. I'd have started making shit up afterwards as well. I'd have been like, yeah, he was going to offer me all this stuff if I killed you. He also called you fat and gay. So he said, let's go. He said to tell you that. He said you'll know what he means by it. And then amongst all that, we got yet another zombie ghost cameo, again popping its head out of the coffin momentarily and then going back inside, and the guy knocked on it. It was like, are we going to get a jump scare or are we not? But the way they're dripping such a significant supernatural element into this show is becoming frustrating. Like, it's fine if they don't explain it, but I want to know right now if it's not going to be explained. Does that make sense? Otherwise it's going to frustrate me that they're not fucking explaining it. If it's supposed to be metaphorical or make no sense, fine. Just tell me that so that I stop paying attention to it on any deeper fucking level, trying to connect the dots and put together the jigsaw as something that's completely random. Lord knows watching David Lynch movies has made me do that enough. And the 2 outlaw ladies are getting to go into the sunset, leave to a different city, mission accomplished, and I'm so happy for them. That was when the episode started to get a bit more uplifting actually, because they were 2 characters I was rooting for to get out of there scot-free, especially after she helped pay off the sister's husband's debt for her. So yeah, they not only did some incredible assassin work this episode, but perceivably that's the end of those character arcs and that's them walking off into the sunset. And Timothy Oliphant let the detective guy know this episode. He knows he's corrupt as everybody else and he's keeping an eye on him. And also let us all know that, you know, if he's taking money off the Mafia, he is going to see you as evil. He views life with no grey area, and if you're taking money from the Mafia, he will see you as evil. Detective guy, of course, smartly decided this was probably the time to get the fuck out of there, but yeah, he got picked up before he was able to, and Chris Rock was once again saying, what are we going to do? Letting him know that he is going to need him moving forward. And the one thing I will say as well, I mentioned it throughout the episode, but the resolve shown, if he genuinely believed his son had been killed, to just not go on an absolute rampage, shows that he's still the smarter of the 2 leaders of the crime families, because he thought that shit through. He thought that shit through to the point where he released Gaetano, which is absolutely incredible. I thought for sure that guy's little manipulative speech had actually worked, and he was going to just go and destroy Gaetano, but he thought it all through, even while dealing with horrific news. That's a borderline human impossibility. But yeah, all in all, I thought this was a great episode and I can't wait to watch next week's. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much. And until next time, I have been BA, peace.